I will be teaching you how to make a simple plane or jet that can fight very well. Though I haven't tested it. First, we'll need... My favorite type of jet is 3 blocks wide, since it gives more room for building. You can place a pyramid wedge like this, a block up. You can place wing pan. It isn't too hard to do, just some simple stuff. Place a few 2 wing panels in the front. And so, in event of any movement left or right, like wobbling, shaking, and that stuff, will dissipate easily. And then we'll use a triangle or wedge 1x3 to fill the gaps. Oops. We'll put a block there. To keep it simple, I'll use beams too. So yeah. So start with a beam 1x7 on the bottom and 2 of these on the side, and 2 1x4 beams on the side. We'll go to wedges, then click half wedge. Position them like this. And place a block here. We'll first do it by filling some engines inside. Then I won't make it look too good and be hard to make, but I'll just make it look somewhat detailed, good enough to look not too bad. We'll fill the bottom areas with wedges, and we'll place the main pilot seat here. I'll lay down some good colors for you to use in the jet. For the nose, I would advise not sticking to the same color as the full jet, because that would be boring. Unless it is very modern, to say that. And because this is going to be something that looks good enough, I guess, I'll use a red nose cone. First off, typing 180, 25, then another 25. That's the nose color. Paint it. And see, it looks a bit better. And I would advise using darker than something lighter or darker. Not very close, since it will look quite the same and pretty bad. So, I'm going to do is 140. If it has a tint of blue, it actually sometimes looks better. But if it's too much of a tint, it will look bad. And this is 161, 165, and 162. This is the control panel color. I use it because it looks like a control panel. We'll paint the fuselage like this. And you get the gist, yeah. Let's keep fully painting it because I had to keep this short. We'll now continue to build with half wedges in the wedge tab. Put some here. You don't need to add so many, but it's usually good to have them. Now we place a motor tube here. You turn on servo and toggle. Set however you like. I like it at 60 since it still needs to open a bit enough to let the person out. Now we paint it. We paint it. We don't need to paint everything, but you can. It's not something you need to do. It's not like required. Now we're gonna make the canopy. I highly advise using ledge glass, using legacy glass, since it allows you to see water. True. I'll post a video of me flying in it in a few days. Now, put a wedge like that and a glass half wedge down here like this. Then pick the half glass triangle wedge here. It isn't needed, but it's very useful. What I usually do is place two half glass half wedge downs here and a normal half block here. Now we go back to default blocks and continue the canopy. Air intakes will obviously still be needed, but we're only going to cover a fuselage and canopy for today. I advise matching the length of the top with this, but you can't just. It is highly advised never ever use a normal wedge for it because it's kind of ugly. It's like that. It's like this. You should probably use a wedge 1x3. But if it's a half wedge down 1x2, you should most likely either use wedge 1x4s or 1x6s. Delete those. Place half wedges, these here, and paint them. Optionally, you can type 88, 77, and 66 and paint the chair inside the color. This color. It looks like a seat, and so I use it often. But I haven't used it a bit because too lazy. Now continuing, use these. Continue down until like the end of the plane, where I'll skip to there. So I've built it to the back. I've just extended it. And basically it's just a tube extending. Yeah. That's the basic fuselage and nose and coloring for today. See you in the next bit. So we'll cover the tail and air intakes in the next video. See you then. Bye bye.